Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up, guys. Wake up. It's Saturday morning here, and I got to hit the road. I've got to go down the country and put down a floor, and my wife is going to see her mother and father and stuff, and take my niece and nephew down, so they'll have fun while I'll be laying the floor. Not what I want to do on Saturday, because usually Saturday I'm getting ready for Sunday for game day, but we're going to be doing things a little bit different. So we're going to change the menu up some. I think we're going to make some steak and cheeses tomorrow, along with Joe Boo's wings, and hopefully we can get some mojo back. You know, this game's big. It won't be the final nail in the coffin if we lose. I mean, we were 3-5 last year and ended up winning division. I won't say that we have to win, but we have to win. The Eagles have a really rough road to hoe, um, a little rougher than we do the next few weeks. So it's conceivable we could lose this and end up catching up to the Eagles because of their schedule and stuff. And that by no means that we've got an easy one, because we just lost to the Jets, a team you don't really expect to lose to. But it is what it is, and that's going to happen. You're going to have games where you're thought to be a great team, and you turn around and you lose to the Atlanta Falcons. That happens to every single team out there. If we can get this win, it's huge. Like I said, we all know it. You end up being a game up in the division. You've got 3 division wins. You're feeling better going to the bye week. You get a chance to get healthy and try and go on a run on the final 9 games. You lose, maybe you're looking at changing your coach. You're questioning yourself, because then you're talking about a 4-game losing streak. You don't want that. But a lot's been made up. We've heard so many times that the Cowboys can't win without Zeke Elliott. Cowboys can't win if Zeke Elliott doesn't get, 75 yards. In most cases, it's the truth, but it's not just the Dallas Cowboys. In most instances, when you can't run the football at all, chances are you're not winning the game. That's a fact. I don't have the statistics, and maybe I should look it up, but I guarantee you that the win percentages of when a team doesn't rush for 100 yards is not as high as when they do. But it hit me, though, because we didn't have Amari Cooper last week. When you think about Amari Cooper, we went 7-2 with him here last year after going 3-4. So you think, well, we can't win without Amari Cooper because Amari Cooper didn't play last week. But then you also start thinking, and I got to find out what games Tyron Smith missed. You think about not having Tyron Smith. How many of those games have we lost without Tyron Smith being in there? Because I know when we played Atlanta Falcons in 2017 without him, and then followed it up with the Eagles, I think, the next week. I know those are games that we missed without Tyron Smith, and we didn't win those. But here's the thing I kind of realized. One of the shows yesterday, they were talking about Kansas City. And one of the talking heads had said, if you're a head coach and you lose your quarterback for, 5 or 6 games, you should still be able to try and go 500 without him. Because they were talking about Kansas City, and Kansas City has kind of a rough schedule in front of them. And without Pat Mahomes the next 3 or 4 weeks, how will they play without him? And I started thinking, like, well, damn. In 2015, if we had done that, we would have been 10-6. Because we played 12 games without Tony Romo. 12 games and won one of them, which is why we ended up being 4-12. We would have made the playoffs by that philosophy, which is reasonable. Because we looked at Minnesota, who's on their third string quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater went down, and whoever else got lost, and I think Case Keenum ended up being the quarterback. They made the playoffs on the third string quarterback. I'm looking at the Colts, who Andrew Luck is gone. They got Jacoby Brissett. They're winning. I think about the Texans, who were on their third quarterback, and they ended up having Brandon Wheaton get them in the playoffs. And I started putting these things together because you look, if you don't have Zeke, you're not winning as much. You don't have your quarterback, you're not winning as much. You don't have your tackle, you're not winning as much. You don't have your wide receiver, you're not winning so much. And all this goes back to one thing. When the Dallas Cowboys have everybody, they play pretty well for the most part. They play pretty well. But if they lose one piece, they're not the same team. Why is that? You lose Tyron Smith, oh, you got problems. You lose Zeke, you got problems. You lose your quarterback, you got problems. You lose Amari Cooper, you got problems. And I think that does go back to coaching. Now, if there's any good news, and maybe this is just, we're trying to play poker here, but we've had Tyron Smith, we've had Lyle Collins, and we had Amari Cooper practicing yesterday. The Amari one is the one that I'm still kind of like, maybe that one's, we're just trying to tease. We're trying to make the Eagles prepare, and we got something else up our sleeve. That's Bill Belichick-esque. Hopefully, with all of those guys back in there, because the lineup yesterday in practice was Lyle Collins, Connor Williams, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, and Tyron Smith. Hopefully, we've got all of them so we give Dak Prescott some time. The Eagles' defense, their secondary, it's not good. The Eagles have given up more 20-yard or plus pass plays than anybody in the NFL. Anybody. Their run defense is good. But then, when you're giving up plays like that in passing game, why do you attack the run game? If I know I'm going to get 20 yards in here, and I might get 3 or 4 there, which one are you going to take? So that may be a little deceptive number. That's sometimes where you have to kind of dig in statistics-wise and see exactly, is there a reason? Because what will usually happen, they'll say, best running defense in football. Yeah, because nobody's covering the secondary. Or they'll say, man, they are a great secondary. Nobody's passing on them. Yeah, because your defensive line sucks so bad that literally we're getting 7 yards a carry, so we don't have to throw the football. So that's one of those things you kind of have to kind of dig a little deeper, like I say, into it. But with Amari Cooper in there, if we get back to doing what we were doing the first 3 games, I understand that there were lesser opponents. I get that. I know that. But when you stop doing play action passing, when you slow down the motion, and I still don't know why we did, because they were doing it well. I can understand if you stop doing something because it's not working or you're making mistakes at it. It was like we went from having a nice complex offense here to now we're going to dumb it down. And I don't understand why we dumbed it down and went back to kind of last year's more so offense, where it was we're just going to line up and run Zeke Elliott up the middle. And when you do that, if you're not successful, you end up losing 2 yards. Then now it's 2nd and long. Or if you do get 2 yards, now it's still 2nd and 8. This is where you've got to get back to coaching the guys on the field and being able to adjust to real-time problems. You lose Amari Cooper, oh my God, what do we do? It's being prepared, and I hope that we're prepared. Strangely, I don't know why, but I'm not nervous about this game at this moment, and I don't know what that means. Well, I got to get my stuff packed up and ready to hit the road. Thank you. I think we had about 50 new subscribers on my other channel, Joe Boo's Day Job. If you can, subscribe to the channel, even if you don't watch the channel, and I'm going to tell you why you want to subscribe to it. YouTube is a wonderful platform. It's incredible that I can talk to people all across the world. But YouTube has some issues sometimes, and if something happens, just like my other channel, which had 28,000 subscribers on it. It got shut down. You know where to find me. And I'm going to be going to Puerto Rico in 2 weeks from tomorrow, uh, doing work on homes and things. And the problem in Puerto Rico is it takes so long for stuff to upload. Um, the infrastructure is still 2 years after the hurricane in poor shape. So I'm going to be uploading videos onto that channel from where we're working and showing that stuff, and then trying to upload videos about the Cowboys on this channel. And that way, because it takes hours for it to upload, then I can upload one from the computer and one from my cell phone, and hopefully we get it there. So if you can, subscribe to Joe Boo's Day Job. We're about 730 people right now, so we're only like 270 away from being able to live stream and stuff on that channel. So I would appreciate that. And Thomas Garrett won the Cow Patty shirt. I've got to get that out to him in the mail. So, bam! Thank you, everybody. And if you want to get any shirts, because we're working on getting another computer screen for over here. If you purchase Joe Boo shirts, Win 4 will get you 15% off right now until Monday. And I'm going to leave it with this. I hope and I pray that our offensive line being back protects better than this. We cannot let our quarterback get pounded on that like that. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, I got to hit the road. I will see you guys on the road.